What's up, everybody? And thank y'all because you have just tuned in to Real Labs right here on Real Radio 104.1. I am your host tonight, Mr. James John. I am back in the virtual building. That's right. I missed all you people, and we are still your nightcap of comedy. I am joined in virtual studio with some really good friends of mine. I call them brothers of comedy. First off, we're going to talk about the man who makes all this happen. He's our official sponsor of Real Laughs. He's from the law offices of Kaufman and Len, personal injury attorneys. They have been representing and winning for the good people of Orlando for more than 20 years. This man's not only a wonderful lawyer, he's a funny ass comedian making his way up the ranks, and he's also a comic book creator on his way to Comic Con very soon. I'm talking about the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Jeff Batman Kaufman. That's right. How you doing today, brother?
Man, I am ridiculously good. I can't
Good.
tell you. I was watching some stuff recently. I was reading some comic blogs and everyone's griping and moaning
Uh,
about the state of comedy and everything else like that. I said, "Man, if you ain't fighting and loving it, you might as well not do it."
I'm with you on that, brother. I'm
So,
definitely with you on that.
I've had some great moments. There are people complaining about, "Oh, nobody writes new material." I said, "I got to tell you, I've written about an hour and a half in the last 6 months, so
All right.
maybe I'm making up for you." So they said old people only talk about planes. I said, man, I've talked about everything but airplanes.
There you go.
So
That's
you
true.
just,
True
you just,
statement.
I think people are just caught up, and you know what? I'm enjoying it. I'm
I'm
enjoying it,
glad. And
and I
that's what
gotta, I gotta work.
comedy
Yeah.
and that's what comedy is, man. You're supposed to be enjoying the ride, brother. All right. It's gonna be some ups, it's gonna be some downs, but this should be fun and enjoyable. Like this is the one profession where you should be having fun at the same time.
Well, we missed you. We missed you last Thursday, even though I know you were living the dream.
I
So,
was.
Yeah,
so
brother.
I'm happy for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. We're going to talk about that in just a little bit, what I was actually doing. I hate that I missed All for the Money, but everyone I've talked to and I've seen comments online, they said it was a great show. I just want to say thank you guys for supporting that show because it's worthwhile. I think it's amazing. Before we get too far in this thing, man, I got to make sure I bring up my other brother that's in the house right now. He's the man of many names, but today he's keeping it simple for y'all. He's known as the godfather of Orlando comedy. We call him Ken Miller, but today he is Kenny Kenta. That's right, brother. What's going
Kente,
on?
baby,
Kente.
Kente.
The A is
Hey,
hard, just like
the
he is.
day hard. Yeah,
All
cause you know my parents didn't know how to spell, bro. No,
right.
I'm laughing, but I'm laughing because I with y'all. When it comes to comedians and beef, my whole thing is mind your business.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? My show is
Amen.
my show. What I do, like it's a thing running around about this crowd work. It's some article people have been posting about crowd work killing comedy. Nothing is killing stand up.
Bro.
Stand up is gonna be here, been here 500 years, gonna be here 300 years from now.
Amen.
Nothing's killing stand up. People stop.
No,
If
bro,
people
there's
just want to talk about stuff. I
yeah,
almost cuss. People want to just talk about this. I think it's just to put something on Facebook so you can argue.
you're right.
I really
We,
just think it's just to
yeah,
argue, bro, and to get clicks. Like I got to the point, man. Like I've been telling my homeboy when I got in my 40s, dog. I don't even care no more. I don't even care no more,
you
bro.
don't
Like,
stress no more, is what it
don't
is.
not at all, bro.
You don't stress
All
no
these
more,
health scares I done had too, man. Nah, I'm good.
bro. Life too short for you to give.
Too short,
First off,
bro.
let's just say this:
Too short.
crowd work has been around since the beginning of comedy. It's being in the moment and recognizing something that's happening at that show at that moment, and you be able to recognize it and say something about it. That's not killing comedy. Comedy's, I mean, that's been around forever. There's a
Forever, bro.
headliner we all know. His whole show is crowd work. You know what I mean, bro? So I don't get why people say it. I guess they see these TikTok videos of people going back and forth with comedians, and they think that's ruining comedy. But man,
Hey,
that's been around
man,
forever.
Jesus' whole thing was crowd work.
Amen. Hey, bro.
Eh, Until Jeff people killed them.
Yeah.
Wow. God dang.
Well, I believe that was the first roast. Um,
Bro, great comeback, bro. That's it. That's the line of the night, bro.
Oh
thank
my
you. I'll be here
goodness,
all week.
bro.
I'm out.
Oh.
Oh,
Um,
bro, that's hilarious, man. Hey,
Yeah, for any comic listening, man, just put your blinders on. And just go have a good time. Like Jay said, it's supposed to be fun. And
supposed to be
just
fun.
have fun,
everybody I
man.
know. I mean, think about the way people think, and people just don't want to put the effort in. They want all the benefits, but with minimal effort, and nothing comes easy.
None.
I will
Nothing.
agree with that statement.
I
Nothing
mean,
that you want on this earth that you think is going to be of value is going to come easy. Amen.
before we started, you were talking about Devin before we started about how he put himself out there. Everyone was telling him he was doing it wrong and everything else like that. You played to packed houses.
Bro, I want to bring that up. Thank you.
Yeah.
Devin Seabold, man, I want to first off shout this dude out because when I lost my job, one of two people, it was you, Jeff Kaufman, and I told you this to your face, and I told you this on the radio. It was you and Devin Seabold who reached out and made sure that I was going to be okay, made sure that I had opportunities out here so I could still support my family. So I always thank you and Devin. Devin's one of those people who he started doing these videos early on. He jumped into it years ago, and people in our own comedy community would talk bad about him. They would say he's corny. I don't know why he's doing this, and he never let that deter him. He just always kept his head focused. Like, you know what, y'all can talk that junk, but I'm gonna do this. He stuck with it, and now this gentleman not only had the opportunity to go to do a Funny Bone tour in the Midwest, but he was kind enough to let me have the opportunity to hit one of my bucket list things, which was to work these different Funny Bones around the country because I've never had an opportunity to do so. But because this man stuck with his plan and made these videos and he got all these followers now and these people love him, bro, it is a different crowd when you do comedy when they pay to see you. When those people spent their hard-earned money that they don't make a lot in their career that they chose being teachers, they don't make a lot of money, and they will spend their hard-earned money to see you, and they pack it out. That energy is different. A shout out to Devin Seabold, bro. We did Kansas City, we did Omaha, Nebraska, and we did Des Moines, Iowa, and those people packed those Funny Bones out on weekdays. And if you guys have ever been to a Funny Bone, even the weekend shows ain't sold out all the time, but that dude was able to do it on weekdays, and to the point where they were like, yo, can y'all please come back and do this again? Like, we've never been this busy on a weekday before. So shout out to him. I got a bucket list thing checked off my list, bro. I got to do the Funny Bones. I got to do it with Devin, bro. This dude is murdering out there. Bro, when those people come and you get a door deal, and I saw the check they wrote, Devin, I almost robbed him. And he was my ride.
Yo.
Bro, shout out to Devin, man.
And
That
that's
is
another thing
different.
too. As a friend, he like, hey, he showed you how much he made. Hey, James,
Yes.
just just
Yes.
what I get for doing what I do.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So then you could be like, man, I want that check over, the check you getting, from
Yeah.
other clubs.
And
You know what
he
I
was,
mean?
and bro, he was quite generous with the pay he gave me on top of what the club paid me. And I want to say this, I didn't look at his check and hate on him. I looked at it like inspiration,
Inspiration, bro.
motivation. Bro, I need to get my stuff right. So I'm out here, I'm making these videos too now, y'all. Y'all gonna see a lot of bad videos until I get good at it, but I don't care. I'm gonna stick with it, bro. So yeah, when they come to
People,
see you, it's different.
yeah, people don't get it. Everyone gets jealous over stuff. It's amazing. It's all the jealousy always flows from people who aren't working.
Mm,
I want you to listen to that. That's very important. And people are
mm.
listening to me going, Jeff, you're an attorney, you're this. Listen, I put myself out there. I was broke for 3 years. I left my old firm and people were like, are you crazy?
You took
Why
a
would you do
chance.
this?
Yeah, let's
And
talk about
I
that. You
mean,
you left the
I mean,
comfort of your old practice and said, I'm gonna do it myself.
yeah, broke, broke, broke. I mean, it was bad, man. I
Yeah.
still think of it. I still think of those months where I had to borrow money. I was borrowing money to pay my staff,
Mm,
and they didn't know it.
wow.
I said, listen, well, ride with me. I got you. I got you. And we were in the hole a lot and
Hmm.
we had to dig our way out of it. And, people say to me now that, oh, you're so lucky or everything else like that. I said, yeah, I've been fortunate that things have fallen my way, but I took those shots, you
Took
know?
chances. You took chances, man. And it's hard to take a chance. Here's why. Because none of us like to lose. And if you take a chance and you fall flat on your face, no one wants to experience that, man. It's hard, especially for comics like me, my age. I'm supposed to be out here doing social media, right? Making these videos is tough because you have to put your ego in check. You have to say to yourself, look, I may put something out there that nobody likes at all, and then you got to keep doing it. You got to stay consistent. That is one of the hardest things for us to do as
Right,
comics.
for
If
real.
bro, we don't want to
It
fail. We
is.
don't want to look bad in front of the public. And you put yourself out there every video that you make. It's a hard thing, man. So those of you who are good at social media, I ain't hating. I'm saluting, and like Ben Brainerd, Devin Siebold, Zach Bennett's out there, man. God
Yo,
bless y'all. This is
and realize it. See what he just named all these whites because the algorithm is set up for the white man to be
hey,
good.
hey, Spunky Robinson. Hey,
All right, there we go.
salute.
We good.
Well,
We
well,
Yes,
good.
well,
Spunky got
that's
100,000
just because
followers.
that's a big word that most urban teenagers don't know. So
What
that's
that
why
is?
it's called
The
an algorithm.
algorithm? Yo, the
Man, I
algorithm.
didn't take that class.
I never,
The
I never,
alg.
I,
I, I said I'd never need algorithm in my
bro, I never
future.
heard his mixtape algorithm.
Yo,
I don't know who that
bro.
is.
The algorithm got these crackers out here doing good, son.
Oh man, oh, it's
And I
tough,
can tell
Yo,
you,
man.
even at our event, we had 12 people out there waiting. The club won't let them in until 7:30.
it's
Yeah,
It's
raining.
raining. It's like 7:10. The rain's coming. I see these people out there. I said, screw it. I go out there. I'm standing out there in the rain talking to them because that's what you do. Just because I know one thing, if you show people you give a damn, they're
Yeah,
going to cut you a break. They're going to
yeah,
laugh a little harder at a joke. They're going to
yeah.
be more receptive to you because they like you,
Hmm.
rather than go, I don't know who this guy, and maybe warm it up over a reason.
yo,
But
you
that's
before every show when I headline, I walk through the audience and speak to people. I
Yep.
speak to the whole audience, and people are like, "Yo, what you doing?"
Yeah.
You get.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like, "Hey," but my favorite thing is the people who are like, "Who are you?" I said, "I'm the guy you bought tickets to see." You bought tickets to this show. Did you just? They're like, "Oh, we come every Thursday. We didn't know who was here."
Yeah.
you want the
But
It's
chicken
like,
wings? You want the chicken wing?
right. I was just like, bro. Every time I do Port Charlotte, Jays, I walk the room, and they're like, "What you do?" Because
what?
Port Charlotte, we're usually the only black people.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. We are.
So I
Yeah.
always walk the room, and I make the same hacky joke, like the black joke or whatever. But
Hmm.
they're all like, "Oh." And ever since I started doing that about 4 years ago, I
Hmm.
rarely have a heckle or an issue at that club.
And what you're doing is smart because what you're doing, Ken, you're going around endearing yourself to the audience before the show starts.
Yeah,
They're
Yep.
getting to know you before you even get on stage. So they like you already. Like,
yeah,
oh, he's one of the good ones. Like
yeah.
they,
Yeah.
they like you.
That's how it
Man, I learned
is.
that when I was hosting. I learned that to walk out there
Yes,
beforehand and talk to
yes.
them, and people, they like it. They're like, I appreciate it. You're like the maitre d for the humor.
For
That's
real, no
right.
doubt. I tell people like it's like sex. You got to hit it first, and then be like, you know what? I might as well marry you.
Yeah.
If you marry without hitting, you like, yo, this terrible, son. You know
That's
what I
funny.
mean? That's
That's
what I
funny.
do. So I hit the whole audience. Just
That's funny. You got to. You got to, man. Make them feel good before you
make
go
them
there. There you
feel
go, man.
good, son.
There, right.
And
I
right
might even.
before I walk away, be show me them feet. Put your feet on this ribeye.
Ah,
Let me
he
see
put
them
his foot in
feet.
it. He put his foot in it. That's what.
Go on and stir this Alfredo. Yeah. If y'all don't
uh,
know, it's an Italian steakhouse. That's
it
why I
is.
said.
It is. Hey, one of the we said this before. Y'all don't believe us. If y'all in Port Charlotte, go there to
Man,
eat. Okay, some of the best food. They make their own pasta. Steaks are aged, bro. I'm telling you, some of the best food you ever gonna have in your life. But man, I wanted to say this real quick, man. I got to hit a bucket list thing. Like I said, I got to go to the Funny Bones, man, around the Midwest, and it was awesome. It was amazing. Thank all the staff there, bro. I will tell you, those people run a tight ship. Every manager was nothing but kind and generous to us. So thank everybody that came out to that tour, man.
nice,
Thank you,
man.
Devin Siebold, for taking a chance on me. When we get back, I'm going to tell you guys another comedy milestone that I've been blessed enough to hit this past week. It's been a great week for comedy when it has to do with me, Mr. James John. Y'all don't go nowhere. We'll be right back right here on Real Laughs, Real Radio 104.1. Welcome back, everybody. And you are still listening to Real Labs on Real Radio 104.1. It's me, James John, your host, joined in virtual studio with Mr. Ken Miller and Jeff Batman Kaufman. Having a great time with you guys. We a nightcap of comedy, giving you guys what you need at night, give you a couple laughs before you hit the bed. Or if you got to do that third shift, man, give you some funny in your life before you have to go work your life away. I want to remind you guys to please follow us on social media, Instagram, Facebook, and now YouTube. That's right. You guys can subscribe, like, comment, and share all this hilarity so we can keep it going for another 8 years. Before the break, I was telling everybody I got to hit a comedy milestone. I got to work the Funny Bones in the Midwest, and it was so great. I was in Kansas City, I was in Omaha, and I was in Des Moines, and had a great time with Devin
So,
Siebold.
James,
Shout out
real
to him.
quick though, so
Yeah,
you've never done any of them clubs?
no, sir.
You've never done any of the Stroop runs?
None of the Stroop, none of those
Man,
rooms
good for
before.
you, dog.
Thank you. Thank you
Good
so
for
much,
you,
man.
man.
And I would tell you this, y'all, any comedians listen, be patient. Cause man, I was very bitter for a long time. Ken can tell you, man. I was very much back in the day before I got to a certain age. I was like, why can't I do it? Why can't I do it? Because so many people that I know, so many comedians that I started with have done those rooms, and I never could find my way in it. And for a long time, I was becoming bitter, and I didn't want to be that. I didn't want to be the bitter comic just complaining. Why not me? Why he get to do it? And that's not the right attitude. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, that was a mistake on my part. That ain't the right attitude to have when it comes to comedy. We all gonna get different opportunities at different times. It's not a race. Sometimes things just fall the way they do. So you just got to be patient and persevere and stay and just keep trying. That's all
Yeah,
it is.
cause I had my run. I can't get another answer.
Bro, it's bro, they ghost you. It's just like a
Yeah.
relationship.
They like you
Bookers will
old.
ghost you.
Hey, they like, man, we need your old ass no more. Go.
Yeah,
We need some
bro.
young talent. I was
Bro.
like, cool with me. So I'm like, book Dwayne. He me anyway.
Yeah.
He
Ken
stole
2.0.
everything, bar for
Bro.
bar,
Bar
line
for
for
bar.
line, son.
Uh
Dwayne,
it, and
bro,
it's
come on.
funny, Ken, because in the Midwest, comedy different. And here's what I
Yeah,
mean. The way people view comedy in the Midwest, if you're an audience member, you really are thankful when people come through. Like you are like, oh my God, thank y'all so much for coming
don't
here.
nobody come to Des Moines.
Bro.
You be like, what? What?
Bro,
Wait a
even the
minute, what?
corn leave. Like, bro,
Yeah.
you just the people just thankful in the Midwest for stuff. We take stuff for granted, like in the southern states and East Coast and West Coast, as far as like California, New York, and stuff, and Florida, because we have so much stuff going on. But those people in the Midwest,
Man.
they got winner in comedy.
Hey,
That's it.
hey, and if he get that Ohio run, let me tell you something, dog.
Talk to me.
Columbus Funny Bone is my favorite club on the planet.
I've heard that from
It's
numerous
one of my
comedians.
favorite club on the planet, bro. There are because that's that's the hub for him.
Hmm.
That dog, I don't know. They train that audience is trained,
To
bro.
have a good time.
They're trained to have a good time. Like I ain't had to pull my feet out
Mm.
once, not one
Hey,
time, bro.
you ain't have to step on one deviled egg.
Not one deviled egg,
That's so
bro.
funny.
I do Duncan J. Room, feet all in the eggs, dog. I can't get these people to laugh at nothing.
Bro,
Midwest, boy, hey baby, boy, why you got your shoe? Put your
bro,
shoes on.
bro,
Oh,
bro. I got to do something else, man. I just want to be thankful to the comedy gods because they've been good to me this past week, and it has to do with Devin Siebold again. He took me on the funny bone run, and he also took me to a club that I've been trying to work for the past 16 years, y'all. This is not an exaggeration. I got to do side splitters. And I just want to
Woo.
thank Devin again because I've been trying to work side splitters for a very long time. And here's what I want to say about the club side splitters, by the way. The gentleman BT who runs it really cares. And
worst human being on the planet.
bro,
Don't listen to James. That dude evil, son.
I don't
He
believe
killed
that.
Jesus.
Here's why I give BT credit.
That's my dog, bro. I
He
love
does
that dude,
something in
bro.
his club that
I
most
love
clubs
him,
don't
man.
do anymore. And can you stop me if I lie one bit? They develop comedy from the
They do.
MC to the headliner there. They develop comedy. What I mean is this, Jeff. You can start as a host and you can do a whole week and do a good job, and you come back and do a good job again. Then that next time you come back, you'll host the whole week, and on Sunday, he'll give you opportunity to feature. Then you can come back as a feature, work that whole week, come back again, work that whole week as just a feature. Then that third time you come back, you'll feature the whole week, and on that Sunday, he'll let you have a shot at headlining. They develop talent in that room. When you go to their
They
open
do.
mic, it's a paid open mic, meaning you don't get in for free. You have to invest to go there. So everybody that comes there, they ain't hanging out. They're not talking in the back. People really are there to see an open mic. It's an open mic where you will have an actual audience, not just comics, people that came to see comedy. So you can truly work as a comedian on your timing, on your stage presence. So I give them a lot of credit, man. They develop their talent in that club. And that's a rare thing nowadays because a lot of clubs don't do that. It's about who how many followers you got and butts in the seats, but they are cultivating a community, and they're cultivating a culture there for comedy. So shout out to BT. And I hope I get to go back. And I would tell you, the crowd was so amazing. I had the best time. They run that club like a well-oiled machine. So man, I got two things off my bucket list for comedy. It was
Well,
awesome.
why was it so hard for you to get in there?
I don't know. I don't know. I've had people vouch for me that's worked there for years. I've been there before and worked and had good sets. Jeff, there's no rhyme or reason sometimes of why you can't get in.
Well, if Ken stopped bringing Dwayne, you'd have a shot.
No, I can tell you why.
No, man, I'm not taking no opportunities away from no
I
other comic.
I can 100% tell you why. It was the original owner. He just booked certain comics. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? That's just what it is. Comedy has always been a good old boys network.
yeah,
Once you get
yeah.
in with a club and you're that club owner's friend, it's club owners who've been booking comedians that have been doing comedy for 45 years, and that comic has been doing the same set for 42 years. But
Facts.
that's
That is
their
facts.
friend.
Yeah.
That's their friend. That's the one thing I'm gonna tell you now about the Funny Bone improvs. They're bringing in newer and younger talent. And a
Hmm.
lot of those older comics who aren't selling well are starting to get, hey, we gotta
Make
bring
way.
in something different. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
the original booker, who also was a friend of mine who I love to death, he just had his group of comics that he booked.
Hmm.
That was it.
And,
And
and you
and,
know
and I
what?
think he saw James have one bad set and kind of didn't mess with him after that.
I
The
didn't have a bad
Florida,
set though.
no, the Florida's funniest. Remember when
Okay,
you? Yeah, he was
The
there. You
but
know what I'm
guy
talking
didn't have a
about?
bad set. Oh, that one? Yeah,
no,
yeah,
no,
that was me.
that wasn't a bad set, Jeff. I didn't bomb. I didn't bomb that set. They didn't like my act.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
that's a
Yeah.
that's
That's what I'm
another.
saying. To the booker. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
The booker didn't wasn't feeling
you
it. You
you
know what I'm
got to
saying?
understand, Jeff. Some jokes that you do, there's bookers who don't like your act. No
Yeah.
matter how good you're doing in front of the actual audience, if they don't like your act, they don't like your acting. I took offense to it before. I was very like in my feelings about it years ago. But then I learned a booker does not owe you anything, and in turn you don't owe that booker anything, meaning they don't have to work you because you're funny. It all depends on what they want in their club because it's their business. So I can't be mad at that. If I don't get to go back again to that club, I got to work it once and I feel good about that, and I know I had a good set. So I know that's not me, it's
Yeah.
just
But
their
the thing
preference.
about it that makes me mad is the fact that the headliner they bring in, when you look, you're like, yo, I'm like 10 times funnier than this dude.
I can't say that. I can't say that. I can't, because I'm trying not to, because it'll make you bitter saying that.
No,
It'll
I'm
make
talking
you.
about. I'm talking about. You don't, not now, but
Yeah,
5 6 years ago.
yeah, yeah,
Like I would, when I would be featuring at a club that I was trying to headline, but they would feature me, which you know me, I don't care. I feature.
yeah,
I would walk in and the actual headline be like, "Dog, why you here?" I'm like,
yeah.
"I'm featuring," but you should be featuring. Well, tell the club owner. What you want me to do?
I,
You know what I
I,
mean? Like, what you want me to do? I can't do nothing. If the
I will
club
say
owner wants
this.
me to feature, I'm
It,
featuring.
we gotta get in where we fit in. If they let us feature, we feature. If they let us host, we host. It's up to you whether you say yes or not. I'll work any spot, Ken. If I can pay bills, if I can make
Yeah.
a decent pay, I'll do it. I got no problem at all. But I will say this: I am not the funniest comedian by anybody's stretch of imagination. But I will tell you this: I'm going to do a good job. I
Hey,
am going to make people laugh. I'm going to have people tell me, wow, you were amazing because I worked my ass off to get to that point.
but
All I
hey,
need is an
hey, hey,
opportunity and a chance.
James,
That's
I toot for you, B. I toot your horn. Cause you 10 times funnier than a lot of them mugs, bro. I don't work with them all.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't feature for hundreds of comedians here in
yeah,
Florida that are Southeast comics that
yeah,
are headlining them rooms, and you
yeah.
should have been headlining them rooms years ago, bro.
I appreciate that. I appreciate.
Period.
But now I see it for what it is, man. I don't get mad anymore. It's okay. It's that owner's preference, man. He got nothing personal against me, or
Nah, it
maybe
ain't
he
nothing
does,
personal.
but it's just business. It's their business. And I know what the business is. The business is putting asses in seats, and my
Yep.
name don't sell tickets. I
Yep.
know that. I'm a no-name comic. I'm funny, but I'm a no-name comic. I ain't gonna fill them seats up. So I understand that I'm not your first choice, and I'm cool with that. But if you
Yep.
got a night where you just need somebody coming in and tear the doors off,
Hey, talk to him. Hey, but
call me.
I know who you ain't better than that wacky D.
Wacky D.
He's in the house. Man, I don't doubt. I'm happy for you, man. I saw your
Thank you.
videos. You're smiling. You're happy. I'm happy for you that you got to do that run, bro. Because
Thank you.
I've done it before,
Yeah.
and man, when you just get on the improv or funny bone stage, like real comedy club type stuff.
Yes.
It feel good. Like you
Pay
don't want that wink.
tickets.
You don't want that day, that night, or that weekend to end.
You don't.
Because
You
if
don't.
you're not a famous comic, next week you at the Chuckle Hut
Yep.
with
Working
12
for
people.
working for
Chuckle
chicken
Hut.
tenders. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
right,
Yeah.
yeah, you know what I mean. So you don't
You
want that
what kind
weekend
of
to
what kind of
end.
sauce you want on that?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
man, y'all
Bro.
You
got
got I got
y'all got lemon pepper.
teriyaki.
Y'all
I
got
got
lemon pepper.
medium,
Yeah. Bro, it's
Korean
true.
barbecue.
You will get spoiled doing A rooms, what
Dog,
they
for
call them
real.
A rooms. You'll get spoiled because you go there, they treat you so nice. "Hey, what can I get you, Mr. Young? You want something else? Are you okay?" And the management in the Midwest, Ken, those people really care. They come
Yeah.
talk to you, they conversate. Like they really there. Bert Kreischer is going to was it Omaha or was it Kansas City? I can't
Omaha.
remember which one it was. He called up and said he knows the manager because he remembers that manager. She's been there 30 years, kid. 30 years. And she has a relationship with him where they call each other like these big names
Yeah.
Yeah.
because they cultivate talent in these clubs. And that's
Hey,
it's so
hey,
few
hey,
now.
you know who trained most of them?
Who?
Krista.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
absolutely
Krista.
right.
When you
Krista
when you
did
go
talk
to in
about
them clubs and you say
mhm,
I'm Orlando comic, they be like, "Oh, Krista, yeah, she
Krista.
trained
Yep.
us."
Yep.
Yeah,
And shout out to Krista. She told me to say hey to everybody. She knew every manager, every funny bone we went to, and they all were like, "Oh, you know Krista? Oh my God,
yeah,
tell her I said hey." Yeah.
yeah.
So shout out to her, man. God bless, man.
And
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 she
I
had a
feel like
baby.
yeah, and I feel like the people who were trained under her have that same nice mentality that
Yes.
she has. Hey, how you doing? You guys need anything? I can't tell you how many times Krista walked past us. Hey, y'all good? Y'all need anything? Y'all hungry? Y'all eat? Did you want like? I'm like, nah, we good, sis.
It was
And
fun. It was funny
and
last night
go
at
ahead.
our show. At our show, I guess I don't know. Maybe it's downtown. Maybe it's a weird vibe downtown. But I'm running around. I'm doing my thing. I asked the bartender for a water. She goes, "That'll be $5." And
Damn.
and I threw her 20. I said, "Thank you for the water and keep the rest."
You're a good man. But damn,
And
I can't
and
get a
somebody
water.
somebody goes, "Jeff, you paid for this club tonight." I said, "Yeah, but I'm not going to fix this person.
No.
If I s- if I said something or did something, I'm
Yeah,
not changing her."
I'm not gonna fix. Hey, first off, for y'all don't understand, when we work a club as a comic, when you work in the club that night, they usually give you free
Yeah,
drinks. And I'm
something.
talking
At
like
least water,
alcohol.
dog. You can't
I
get
asked
no
for
water.
water, not a tequila. I ordered a water,
Man.
and they go
Bro.
$5. And I was thinking, and it was so funny because I am so loving this journey we're on.
Amen.
Because every time I'm up there is another moment I go, okay, I'm not gonna get burned with this one again. I'm not gonna you get better. You start seeing things better. You start getting more comfortable.
There you go.
You're seeing the room differently. Every
Yeah.
time you step on stage, the way you step off it, the way you step on it. And it's a privilege. And it's not like,
Yes.
oh, I was great. People love me. I
Hmm.
don't know if people love me or not. Hopefully I can get better. But at the
Hmm.
same time, you see people who have that attitude, and you're watching it happen around you, and you're going, dude, you don't realize you are never going to be happy, even if you get to play these rooms that you want to play, because you don't appreciate what you're doing.
I see that. I see that.
You're
You got
just so hard up and thinking that success is going to happen and everything's going to happen. And I see actors all the time. I talk with them all the time. I interview them. I mean, hell, I interview 3 or 4 actors a week, and
hmm
listening to them talk about their problems. And you're going, dude, you're on a hit show and you're still not happy. And it says a lot about people. And you're traveling around, and I don't even want to talk about the barbecue you ate. I don't want to hear it. I don't want you to talk about it. I'm gonna be
Me,
mad. I'm gonna be
bro,
mad. I
bro.
know.
I ain't gonna
I
say it,
know.
but bro, Kansas City different.
Yeah, different as in trash. That barbecue trash, bro.
Man, I went to a
Kansas
place
City is
called
probably my least favorite
I
barbecue.
went to a place called Slaps. Bruh. It was me, Miguel Colon Jr., and Devin Sebo. And that barbecue was like Will Smith on a bad day because it did slap. It was good, bro. I'm telling you, that barbecue was,
Wow.
hey, to quote my buddy Jacob, delicious.
Delicious. Yes.
Hey guys, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Real Laughs right here on Real Radio 104.1. Welcome back, everybody. You are still listening to Real Laughs right here on Real Radio 104.1. I am your host today, Mr. James Yan, joined in virtual studio with some very funny comedians in the house. We got Jeff Batman Kaufman, and we got Ken Miller, aka Kenny Kente. I want to make sure I say
Kente,
Kente right.
baby. Kunta
Kente.
Kente.
Kunta Kente up in this, man. That's funny as hell. I was going to ask y'all a question, bro, because I've been doing comedy for a while, and I'll post where I'm going to be, where I'm going to be working, what club I'm going to be at, or whatnot. And when I'm local, I'll get people to hit me up, right? And they'll ask about tickets. So I started thinking, what does it mean to you guys when people say they want to support you and your comedy? I want to ask because the person, just somebody who hit me up and they asked to come out. I'm like, cool, yeah, come on out. But they'll only come out, this person, when I give them free tickets. They won't come out and buy a ticket ever. So I want to know, has you guys' definition changed from the beginning when you started comedy till now of what support is when a person says they're a fan of yours? Like I want to know your opinion on this. Like we'll start with you, Ken. What's support to you?
Support is buying a ticket. Support is buying a ticket, buying merch,
Mhm.
sharing my posts,
Yes,
sharing my
talk about that.
videos. You know what I mean? That's
Yes.
if you're a true fan of mine, that's support.
Yeah.
If you're a fan of mine and you hit me up and ask for Marlon Wayans tickets,
Yes. That's my next. Yeah, go ahead.
hey,
We'll stay
but I'm
on
like, I'm
topic.
performing this weekend.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
You
cool.
know what I'm
But
saying?
yeah,
Like,
Marlon. Yeah.
but you're a fan now. I would say this: if you have bought tickets to a show, if you've ever bought merch from me, anything like that, and you hit me up for a ticket or hit me up for some info for somebody else's show, then I'm like, let me see what I could do.
Absolutely.
But if you only
Absolutely.
hit me up for the freebie, come on, man,
All the time.
come
All
on,
the
dog.
time. Look, I don't know everybody's financial situations, and I'm not taking it lightly. Please know that. I know inflation is crazy, but in the 20 plus years I've been doing it, you never buy a ticket.
Bro,
That makes me look at you a little
James,
funny.
though, our tickets ain't that expensive.
$10,
No,
$20.
You gonna pay $45 to see a big name headliner, but hey man, I can't afford to get your ticket, Ken. Yeah, but you just pay $85 to go to Amway.
There you go.
My ticket $10, bro.
And you can see me up
20
close.
at the most.
Yeah, absolutely, brother. Absolutely. So I just wondered, man, because I've seen it happen before, and I want to know what's support. For me, my definition is simple, Ken. Not even buy a ticket, but don't hit me up just for the freebie. You know what I mean? Be like, hey, man, I see you performing here. Good luck, brother. Or, hey, man, I saw your funny video, so I shared it. Thanks, man. Those little things support me. And it don't even cost you anything to do those. But the same people who ask for tickets don't even do that little bit. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
man.
Like that's all
yeah.
I'm asking, man. This social media thing is so important to our careers right now, man. So if you just share our stuff, it helps us. That's all we asking. So if you guys see us post a video, even if you see us post where we're gonna be performing that weekend, share it, like it. That really helps us more than you know. More than you know.
You and I played at a tiny room. When I say a
Yes.
tiny room, I mean they filled it. The guy said, he goes, listen, I think they were paying 20 bucks a head,
Yeah.
and he got like 30, 40 people. And that's
Oh
all he
yeah.
wanted. He
That's all he
goes
wanted.
30, 40, 20 bucks a head.
Yep.
And every one of them was locked in to
Yeah.
the show. They were
Mm-hmm.
locked in. And I remember playing in front of them. They were focused because this is what they wanted. And it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't like they're going, I'll see if I want to do this. They put money forward and they did that. And that's what I learned in comic books. When I sell my books, I don't give my books away,
Talk about it.
because they won't
Talk
read
about
it.
that.
They
Mm-hmm.
won't read it if you
Mm-hmm.
give it to them for free.
Mm-hmm.
It's not important. But
Mm-mm.
if they paid $10, $20 for it, then they're going to read it and they're going to follow up with you quickly and go, oh man, this was my favorite book, or this is what this did to me. Um, Now, our shows that we put on once a month, I'm able to do that. And that's
Mm-hmm.
fun for me. But the idea of people not paying and seems, let's just say, foreign. It doesn't seem
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And the audience is never going to be great. They're never going to be perfect unless, I've gone to I've seen some of the best comedians. When people fork out big money, they're going to laugh at everybody from the guest to the host to
Right.
the feature to the headliner,
Yes, sir.
even
Yes,
if they were
sir.
marginal.
That's right.
So
Because I have stake in it. I've invested something in it, so it's gonna be different when you have to pay to see a comedian. You're right, man. Me and Ken have said that for years, right,
Yeah,
Ken?
yeah. If you
You,
put your
you
money down, and you know it's a comedy club, it's alcohol flowing, so you may have, you know, one or two
yeah.
that's gonna be an issue. But for the most part, the people who put big money down, they're usually gonna tell around and tell you to shut the hell up.
You're
Like,
right.
yo, you
Hey,
ruining this
hey,
night,
hey, bro. I've been playing this for 2 weeks. I got a babysitter. I done paid
bro.
$150 for this
Hey,
dinner, these drinks. Man, you better shut up.
hey, they said Patrice O'Neal the one said it. He said it's not the comedian's job; it is the audience job to police the room.
There you
You
go.
paid money. You pay all this money, and
Mm-hmm.
you just for this a hole to get in here and talk and heckle and ruin your night. You got to
Mm-hmm.
babysit. You know what I'm saying? You done did all this,
Yes. Yes.
man. Shut that person up.
Got you.
You know what I've been discovering on this journey? The hecklers that I deal with, they're not heckling. They're just they just don't they want to be part of something bigger than what they have.
Agreed.
You know, they
Agreed.
want to, oh, I'm funny, I'm this, I'm that. They're not coming after me personally. You could just tell they need it. The drunk girl, the drunk guy, the old man who thinks he's funny. His wife thinks he's funny, and then she goes, "Oh, shut up, honey." It's not like an aggressive, like you suck or something like that. You know, it just seems
It's
like
the annoying heckler, the
yeah,
one that won't stop. Like every time you tell a joke, they got a comment like, "Oh my God, that's funny. Yeah, you right. You right. Yeah, true, true." Like that. That takes
yeah.
away from it too. It messes your timing up when you need to move on.
You know,
Pe- People don't
people always
realize
say
that
that,
though.
and you don't. You know, we were doing our show, and about I think somebody made a comment to me. They go, Jeff, you know, you were a little slower because you were dealing with the audience. You know, you did it slower. I said, well, that's what happens. The
Yes.
audience steps in, and you can't let the energy go down.
Nope.
You know, you got to keep that energy up here, and sometimes the crack. I mean, Ken set me up perfectly, and I know the setup now is perfect for me. Sometimes I'm paying attention to the set in front of me
Mm-hmm.
because there's going to be an opportunity for me to jump onto something they did where I'm not starting over from scratch again.
Amen. You just
Because
yeah,
there were
ride the
like three
wave.
gay guys in the front row, and I walked in. The first thing I did, I go, "Thank you for your service," and it was like one of these perfect lines where I can just jump on top of whatever was done before me,
Mm-hmm.
and that's you know that might be just something I throw out there now, but you know it's kind of funny. I mean, we had a comedian make a joke about llamas llamas and snakes. That's what the people before me.
Mm-hmm.
So I get up on stage. I go, listen, I didn't prepare for the show. I don't have any
Oh
llama
yeah.
stories. I don't have any snake stories. I mean,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
anybody got a llama joke for me, real quick? And they're laughing with you because you know you're riding on the shoulders of the people
You're
before you.
you're in the moment.
Hey,
Oh,
Yeah.
hey, y'all, what's crazy? This was so crazy about black folk, bro. We just make up stuff, dog. You know they used to call the gun the llama.
yeah. Yeah. The llama. Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah.
why? What about a llama and what they don't even go together, bro.
I, bro.
Maybe
Yo,
it's a spitting.
spitting. 50 Cent, I pulled up and seen my son with the llama, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I'm curious. Yeah, the llama, baby.
Okay, okay, here it is. Llama is currently used as a synonym for any weapon, but especially guns. Reason is simple. A llama is an animal famous for spitting at people who get in their face, like a
Look at
gun
this.
spitting hollow tips when
Look
it
at
fires.
this.
There you
I
go,
went full
man.
Jewy on that, man. That
Yes,
was
sir.
great.
With the llama,
They
The
the
ran
Jewy went full
toaster, the
llama.
burner,
the
the,
burner, B. They ran up and killed my boy Jesus with the llama,
the
bro.
Yeah.
Dang, son.
uh,
That llama
real
was
quick,
fully
man.
loaded. Yeah.
There you go, bro. I got a real quick comedy question. I got a lot of comedy questions tonight, man, but this is a good one I was thinking about when I was on this road trip. And by the way, we do some dumb stuff on the road. Let me explain what I mean. Me and Devin did a show that night, and all the teacher shows, by the way, early. They started 7 o'clock, y'all. I love teacher shows. 7 o'clock with my old ass felt so
Because
good,
they had school at 8 a.m. That's
bro.
how come.
But here's the thing, though. We did the show at 7 o'clock, 9:30. We're done. He's signing his books. He's selling merch. 10 o'clock, we get done, and we have to go somewhere because Devin also does public speaking. So Devin makes a crazy amount. I ain't gonna tell his business doing public speaking and teachers' school. The the pay was so good. We drove 7 hours straight right after the show to get to the next state. So at 9 o'clock, an hour after we arrived, he could go do a talk in front of these teachers. Bro, 7 hours through the night, no sleep at the age of 48,
You ain't
bro.
driving, right?
I was driving.
Oh man.
So he had to sleep. Bro, he
Ooh,
had to get that sleep in so he could do
he
that
trusted
talk.
you?
Yeah, bro, come on, man. I'm a
I
great
ain't trusting
driver.
you. I'm in the
I'm,
car with I know
bro,
you.
I'm like Harpo, man. Drive Miss
Dude,
Daisy,
I'm
bro.
like I'm with you, James.
Bro,
I have left the club one night. I left
yeah.
Richmond 13 hours. I
Woo!
said I'm going home,
Bro, you said I'm going home.
straight home. I drove
You
straight home.
you want to be home that
I'm ready to
bad.
get home. I say it's dark. Ain't nobody on the road.
You straight.
It's
You
just me.
straight.
I'm straight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm already wired from the show. And
Mm-hmm.
also my rule is this: if I'm riding, I know I'm wired because you think about it, when you get back from the hotel to the hotel, you usually up to 2 or 3 in the
You
morning
can't sleep.
anyway. You can't
You can't
sleep.
sleep. You're right.
So I
You're right.
told Sean, I said, I'm going to drive until I get sleepy. And she says, no, stay. I says, okay, cool. We hung up.
You left.
Yeah, hit the road.
Bro,
Hey, I think I made it about 6.5, 7 hours.
yeah.
And I hit a rest stop and I napped for 30 minutes, got up, finished the ride. When Sean was walking out to go to work, I was pulling up. She said, I'm going to kill you when I get home.
Uh-huh. Hey, you're gonna have to catch me first.
Yeah,
See
yeah,
what I
yeah.
see you.
Yeah, to kill me first. So yeah, I've done that before too, dog.
Yeah,
I've be like, man, I'm ready to go home. Don't let it be close. If it's two,
bro.
3 hours,
4 hours, we
man,
out.
I'm
Oh,
like,
that's nothing.
man,
4 hours
my
That's
easy.
wife be like, we got a hotel room. I said, we got a nice bed at home too.
Ken. No, we did. What was it? New Year's. No. Did I stay New Year's?
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville. Yeah, I think
No, you,
we all drove home. Like
yeah,
we going home.
no, Sean, no, we stayed.
You stayed.
Yeah, we ended up staying. Yeah, we were gonna go home.
I went home.
Then her cousin was there, and we
Oh
got to
yeah, her family
drinking.
came through.
And
Yeah,
I
but I
was
went
like,
home,
well, we might as well stay. So I ran and grabbed some Clorox spray and Clorox the room down so we didn't get meso.
bro. For real though. But I will say this, man. That is the only time y'all gonna catch Ken Miller and James at a paid show. New Year's Eve, because that's the only time they can afford to having all us.
Yeah,
Okay,
for real.
bro.
Seriously, dog.
Bro, that's the only time, man. Who it was me,
Me,
you,
you, and Crespo.
Crespo. Yeah, Marcus
No,
Crespo.
and if for y'all people don't know, we doubled. We
Yes,
were at it was 2 shows. So we did our set in the ballroom
the
and then
ballroom
ran around to the
to the
comedy
club.
club.
Yeah, bro.
And
And
then
we,
we were
hey,
done.
we put a hurting on that damn
Bro, we
stage,
did.
bro.
We really did, bro.
That was a
That's
good time, man.
Good time.
Good time. Oh man, I appreciate you guys, and I forgot to leave y'all time to say this, man. But we got about a minute left here. Appreciate you guys tuning in today. Feels good to be back here on Real Last. I miss my comedy brothers, and don't forget, we got another All for the Money show coming up for you guys next month. Y'all need to go to whenyouneedus.com/events. Get your tickets right now. A live interactive comedy show, brand new material by us, and they give away $2,000 in cash and prizes. Ain't no comedy show doing that for y'all. So y'all need to go
No.
get them tickets right now. Now, Mr. Ken Miller, where you gonna be this weekend?
Man, I don't know.
That's funny. Okay.
I ain't
That's
got no
hilarious.
clue, man. I think Lake Nona on Friday and Apollo Beach on Saturday. Right now, if you listen, I'm in Claremont at Orlando versus Winter Haven at the Southern.
Nice, man. Nice. This weekend, I'm going to be on Wednesday. This is Wednesday right now. I'm actually at Hilton Head at Margaritaville. And tomorrow, I'm going to be at Margaritaville in Daytona. And Friday, one of my favorite clubs in Lakeland. That's right. I'm going to be at Winter Circle, man. It's an amazing spot. Amazing spot. Mr. Coffin, what you got going on this weekend, brother?
We got Under Oath from 7:30 to 9. I have Clint Howard from
Ooh.
Ron Howard's brother and actor
Yes, sir.
extraordinaire. I got to
Mhm.
interview him. He was interesting to talk to. And at the end of the month, we got a bunch of shows. We've got the Monster Show, which is sold out. Sold
Yes,
out.
that's right. We do.
Monsters of Comedy is sold
I hate that
out.
I'm gonna miss it, man.
Yeah,
Yep.
I know.
That's
got work
sold
to
out.
do.
And we
Mhm.
got I have my club at the end of the month at I'm headlining at the end of the month
Come
on
on.
the Space Coast,
Come on.
which is going to be fun. And then
Twisted Birch.
I think Ken set up what's that second
Yeah, we're
stage
trying
called?
to get June 21st set up for the side stage for Funny Fridays for Jeff.
Very nice, man.
So hopefully,
Very,
if I can
very
have
nice.
everything sent in, I can have the link to you hopefully by Wednesday or Thursday.
That's beautiful, man.
Nice.
We definitely want everybody to come out there and support my man. Thank you guys so much for listening today. We are your nightcap of comedy. That is Real Labs. Thank y'all for listening. We will see you tomorrow. Ken, tell them what to do.
Take your ass to bed.
And we out.